So, good evening, everybody. Myself, Acharya Vishvendra. Today, I shall be talking on the topic of quantum fields and the string theory. So, first of all, let's begin with the string theory. So, string theory says that let's start with an organism. So, any organism is composed of organ systems. Organ system is composed of organs. Organs are made up from tissues. Tissues are made from cells. Cells are made from DNA and RNA. These are further made of the combination of adenine, cytosine, thymine, and guanine, which are fundamentally atoms. Atoms are composed of electrons, protons, neutrons. Protons and neutrons are further composed of quarks. Quarks are further composed of tiny strings. So this is how any organism can be related to the strings, and these strings are having different vibrations, and because of the difference in frequencies of vibrations we have different subatomic particles. So fundamentally anything that you see in the macroscopic world seems to be different because of the different frequency of vibration. So this is what a string theory postulates. Now thing comes is, what is the relation between the quantum fields and the string theory? So here in this picture you can see the vibrations. It corresponds to certain strings. Obviously these are having different frequencies. Now the question comes that what causes the strings to vibrate, or from where they get the energy. So that fundamental source of everything is the quantum fields. So the string gets vibrated, it is affected by the quantum fields, which is the smallest, or the you can say the minimum limit of perception that we can perceive about the universe itself, the quantum fields. So ultimately you just think in that way, that what was there before the Big Bang. Suppose that Big Bang happened at a certain instant. So you just visualize that what was there before the Big Bang. So we can visualize that, suppose that this was the singularity. Singularity means universe has not yet started. Everything is limited to a 0 point, which is called the singularity. And it is this singularity which produced everything. So by certain mechanism, certain process began with the singularity, and it expanded into the entire universe which we observe today, and it is still expanding like this. In a conical shape it's expanding. So the thing is that what existed before the zero or the singularity, so that was the quantum field. So it is thought that quantum fields are the fundamental things which are responsible for everything in the universe. In a mythological way you can relate it to the Parbrahm as per the Vedas, that quantum fields are the Parbrahm, or is the Parbrahm, maybe, because that's the single thing which controls everything. So this zero or singularity may be related to the Parbrahm, and it created everything. The tiny strings are vibrating, but the question is, what is causing them to vibrate? What is it that stimulates the strings to vibrate and to change their frequency? Now if something is changing the frequency, that means he can transfer energy and momentum to that system. So this can be visualized by gravity itself. Just think of the potential energy, let's say the gravitational potential energy. So we know that if there are two masses, then the potential energy of this system is minus gm1 m2 by r. Suppose this is your mass m1 and this is your mass m2, and they are separated by a distance r. So we say that potential energy of this system is minus G m1 m2 by R. Now just think deeply, where is this energy get stored, or from where the energy comes? What causes gravity? What causes the forces to act and transfer energy from one state to another? So the fundamental source of everything from where energy comes are the quantum fields. So you can visualize that, suppose this is the space-time fabric, and this space-time fabric is nothing but the quantum fields, the space-time fabric. So this fabric is essentially holding the entire universe. The entire universe is within this space-time fabric. And as per space is concerned, if we neglect the time, then we can say that the space-time curve itself is quantum field. It is the ultimate fundamental reality of the universe. It is that which is transferring energy to the strings, which is causing things to vibrate, and because of which universe is like what it is. So fundamentally, these are all related. So I was discussing about the potential energy. So this energy is trapped within the space-time curve or within the quantum fields. So if there is some mass m1 and there is some another mass m2, so they are interconnected by the quantum fields, which is the original, which is the only and the omnipresent connection between everything in the universe. So it's just like a fabric. So what M1 do is that it creates certain sort of gravitational waves in the space-time fabric, and that gravitational wave reaches to M2 and transfer the force to this. So in a way, the potential energy is within the space-time fabric or within the quantum field, and gravity is just a mechanism of creating gravitational pulse or gravitational wave in the space-time fabric, and because of that, energy and momentum can be transferred from this position to another. That means it is responsible for the spatial transformation of momentum and energy from one point to another. So it is all contained within the quantum fields, and there are efforts going on for developing a theory of everything which can explain everything. And I think if we think in terms of the quantum fields, so this effort to unify everything can be resolved if we think in terms of quantum fields, in terms of energy, frequency, and the vibration. Because everybody, every organism, every atom, every electron, every proton, every neutron, every quark, even every string is affected by the quantum fields. So if there is an effort to unify everything, a simple equation that can explain everything relating from the transition of an electron in an atom to the creation of the cosmos, then we have to work on the quantum fields, and it is the very quantum field that can explain everything, including from microscopic or the nuclear region to the cosmic region. So the quantum fields are ultimate reality of the universe. Everything got started from the vibrations of the quantum fields, from the fluctuations of the quantum fields, and universe is like that. If we analyze life, if we analyze the creation itself, so creation is nothing, it's just like everything was in a state of zero. Then a certain impulse was created in the space-time fabric, and because of that, you can say the disturbance, it got transferred to the entire universe and it expanded. Now thing is that somehow it will return to the initial state, destruction will also occur, and the process of this construction and destruction are repeated cyclically over a certain period of time. I'll discuss next in the next video.